Hello and welcome back to The Broken Doll. And today I come to you with this leg again, and I want to show you the toes and how well they turned out. So I want you to see this here. I think they turned out just wonderful. But what I'm noticing is that I think, well, I was thinking about maybe building these toes, just putting a light layer of Milliput just over these other two. And this one here doesn't have a really great nail bed or anything, so I'm going to take these gloves off. I only put them on to put my camera on because I got Milliput on my hands. I didn't want to put Milliput on my camera as I was twirling it up here. I'm putting it on there. So that being said, okay, first what I'm going to do is I want to level this foot off. This foot needs to be level. And I think I have now found the words I was looking for. What is the difference between spackling and Milliput? I find spackling is a filler. It fills in, where Milliput is a builder. It builds and helps you construct things that you need to build on a doll, like the toes and whatnot. That's my interpretation of those two. I'll show you, for example, here. I did spackling on a doll's arm, and on one of the doll's, the number 4's arm here, and you can see where it filled in all the little nicks and everything on this doll's hand and everything, all on the arm and everything. It's all filled in where, that's what I like about spackling. And then you just take it off and you sand, and this is what you're left behind with. It fills in where it needs to fill. And Milliput lays on top of it. It's going to cover everything. I don't want it to cover everything because this composition is really good. A lot of it's got a lot of potential to be painted over. And somebody agreed with me when they had used to cover up a doll's arm or whatever it was. They found out when they covered it up, the paint, the Milliput doesn't want to receive the paint very well. It will absorb it. It does. It will. But you find that it slides a little bit. You want it on the wood as much as you can. And that's the growth that you take as you move through restoring dolls. I was covering everything from elbow, right from the shoulder down to almost to the tip of the fingers with Milliput, and then having to dig out every little area to show chubbiness and dents and fingers, you know, the differences in the fingers. It was a lot of work, and I did it, but oh my word, it's like chiseling out a new arm. You don't have to do that. And that's why I like about having, like I was talking about different tools and everything, and using those tools to help you with what you're doing and in restoring your doll. And the spackling fills in those areas, and now I'm left with the wood, and I can paint right over the wood. And that's the wonderful part about this, you know, so about having these different tools to use. So just letting you know that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this foot nice and flat. Now, I'll do that with the other foot as well. But it's right now, it has spackling all over it. And it's drying right now still. So I'm going to put this on. And where's my water? Way over yonder. Oh, there we go. So I have my water here from yesterday. So I'm going to take some water, just put it on the foot itself. The water helps the Milliput to sit on here really good. Okay, gives it something to adhere to. It likes the wood, it does, but sometimes it just needs a little bit of water. We're just going to fill up in this toe area, right in here, okay? I don't want to go too high on those toes. I want those toes to show, but just around that edge. Okay, I'm trying to keep in the camera too here. Okay, there we go. Keep my water right near me here because that's what you need it for. Spread the joy out here. Okay. There we go. Oh, we had a beautiful day today. Oh, it's just like I said to my daughter, we were on our bikes, and when we had the big storm here, my walnut tree just spewed the walnuts down, and I got walnuts everywhere. So I picked them up in barrels, and I put them in the back of my bike because I have a cart that goes on the back of my bike, and we just filled it with walnuts. We took it down to the creek, and we just dumped a bunch of walnuts there for the squirrels. The squirrels were just going nuts for them down there. Anyhow, we had to go get dog food and everything too. And the first thing I said to her, I said, look at the sky. It's a Toy Story sky. You know, in the beginning of Toy Story, they show that puppy clouds and everything. And that's what I call it, a Toy Story sky. And she goes, oh, it is, you know. But, we just went down to the creek. We took the dog in her basket, and away we went. And we had a great time going out there, you know. And just the dog food place, the warehouse is just down the street from us. And it's just a short ride, like 5-10 minutes maybe at the most. And but we take the creek. We want to go down by the creek area all the time, and we always take the creek. And there's bridges to get over and everything too if you go over by the creek. And it's a nice little area to go, and we just love it, you know, and just get you in touch with nature a little bit, you know. For being in the city like that too, we're on the outskirts, so it doesn't take us long to get to country. It's like 5 minutes away. And at one time it was right across the street from me when we moved here over 40 something. What is it now? Yeah, 40 years. I was going to say 40 years. Yeah, 40 years ago we moved here, and it was right across the street from us. The country was, and I used to go across and get corn stalks for my. I knew the farmer. I got to know him. He says, "Oh yeah, take whatever you want, you know." And so I go over there and get some corn stalks and bring them for my fall display. But that's not there no more. But to go to a cornfield, it's just not far away, and so I'm not far from the country where I'm at. I can get to the country in just a little bit of time. So it's just a small bike ride away, and we're there. So maybe sometime I'll take my camera and I'll show you the creek area. We got some ducks there, and it's a nice little area anyways. So, but like I say, just a bike ride away, and that's how you want it. So there we go. I think we're looking pretty good right now. This is looking really nice. Just keeping it on the heel, around the heel. Just build it up. See how nice, like a lot nicer that is. Just getting that nice and even now. You can see just a little bit of a dent right in here. There we go. There we are. I've seen that some of you have looked up that Shirley Temple that I was talking about with the mouse turds on it. And you guys agree that if you look at her up, she's going for $275 and she's in horrid condition. Oh, you know, when it comes to dolls, and you want to purchase old dolls, and even if it's just for your own joy to put on a shelf or to restore, I always look for the crappiest. I mean, the most broken and everything. I love those ones because I want the challenge of fixing it up and everything. I want the paint falling off of it. I want fingers broken off of it. You know, I want a head that's kind of just staying off to the side and whatnot. That's my forte. Now, I do like a few nice dolls along the way. I have found them, and I have bought them up just as well. But there we go. Just want a little sliver, just to go right along in here. There we go. Oh, get over there. Get over there. There we go. And but the thing is that when you want to buy a doll, whatever your case may be, if it's to restore. Like I say, you got to know what you want to do and how far you want to go into that restoration. Like I say, when I buy them, but then I know I'm going to be very careful when it comes to the price on the doll, because I got to put a lot of work and time and materials and whatnot into it. But at the same time, I want the challenge. I want to, you know, but I don't want to pay that big price on it. For me, anything $50 and under, I'll take a doll and not a problem. And if the shipping's like $20, $30, I'm all right with that. But it all depends. Like a lot of things will determine if I buy that doll or not. I'm not buying right now. I have too many, like I say right now, to restore on my own here. And especially now that I did my purge and then I saw what I still have up there. It's ridiculous how many I have. And so, but it is what it is. And but the thing is that it matters. It's an individual choice what you're willing to pay. But I know where my cutoff is, and you should know where your cutoff is. And you know, when you start getting into this, you should know how much it's going to cost you. Like, do you have everything you need to restore that doll, and how much it's going to cost you? And it starts adding up very quickly. Now, you won't use this, like I won't use this whole thing of milliput on one doll. That's not going to happen. But the buying of the milliput is going to cost you initially right off the bat. I'm looking at $50 for my milliput. You know, I get 5 of them. It's going to cost me about $50, $60. I'm not going to put $60 on one doll, but that's going to be over many dolls. But it's a bang to the bank account, boom, instantly. And then, you know, all your tools and everything you're going to need to get that doll restored. So here's the thing I have to look at is like, okay, how much do I want to pour into that doll? Now, if it's a doll that I don't need to restore, or it's minor things I have to do, then I'll look at maybe a higher price, of course. Now, what do I do like is multiple dolls. I like buying where there's three bundles. Like, give me a lot. And then my eyes start to turn and I'll look at it. And I have seen a doll go for $50 that needs to be fixed up, just one doll for $30. I've seen 3 dolls that need to be fixed up and still shipping is $30. I don't know what that's all about. But I would rather buy 3 dolls and restore those and pay $30 for shipping it to me than one doll and still pay $30 for shipping. I don't understand that. You know, the weight is the weight. You know, that doll that's single and the approximate size of the dolls that are the 3. I'm not looking at a bigger doll or anything. These dolls are all relatively in that 8 to 20 inch size. And yet that one doll will cost $30 to ship. I don't understand that. And I've seen it over and over again. And then yet 3 dolls will be the same thing, $30. I don't know where the shipping is going in eBay and what they're doing and everything, but that doesn't make sense to me. I would think 3 dolls should be like maybe $60. I don't want it to be $60, but you would think it would be, hey, you got 3 dolls there, you know, at least $50 or something. No, I've seen it at $30. And that single doll, $30. Now, here's where the problem might be. Where is it located? Is it coming from further south of the United States? Am I talking Florida? Or am I talking more closer to the border and closer to me? That can determine it as well. I do understand that. So closer to me, less shipping. But I have seen dolls in the underneath the 49th parallel, and when it's underneath the 49th parallel like that, then I know the shipping should, and I bought many dolls. Now I'm starting to understand how this is all working. All of a sudden, the shipping should be around the same idea. But it's not. It varies all over the place. Not just there. I bought from England, Australia. I buy from Australia, and I pay less on shipping than I did from the United States. I have seen the same thing in my own country. It's better for me to buy from Australia or England than from my own country. The shipping's less. Get that one. You know, it's. I think the shipping is just out of whack. It's whatever you want it to be. Press a button, and this is what it's going to be. I've had wonderful shipping from the United States. Wonderful shipping. And I'm like, wow, thank you, you know. And then yet, my own country can't even give me that type of shipping. Like, it's my own country, for goodness sakes. And yet the shipping's ridiculous. I'm like, wow. I'd rather buy from the States sometimes than from my own country. If you want me to buy from my own country, make it doable for me, you know. And that's with exchange and everything. So it gets a kind of I can't understand how shipping is really working all the way around the world. I think it's a world problem. So, yeah, I don't understand it. Maybe some of you can side with me on that. But so I got to get back to my point though. When buying a doll, I've had this question raised to me just lately and back before. I never did answer it. It's what you need to determine for your pocketbook. That's what it comes down to, and how bad you want the doll. If you love the doll, you want the doll. If it's something that you really want, or if it's just a challenge you're looking for, then it's worth it to you, you know. And if you can afford it, I say go for it. But just remember everything you got to put into that doll. And if you ever want to sell it, will you get it back? Dolls have been really funky lately in their prices. They went up, they went down. They're all over the map. I've seen, I think people just make up whatever. Like I told you, that Shirley Temple doll going for $275 with mouse poop on it is ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. I would not buy it. I'm not trying to put the person down, but they got to get real about it. And but hey, to each their own, and maybe they'll find somebody, and that will want it for $275. They don't care because they don't care about the money part of it. And maybe that's just what it is. But I know myself. I'll give you $75 for that doll, because I got a lot of work to do on that doll, a lot of time and a lot of work. And the first thing it would be is if I was to buy it and it was coming in, I would open it up outside and right away I would unstuff it and get that body wash. You get the mouse poop off of it. They said there's little black hard things on it. Yeah, we call it mouse poop. That's what it is. It has not been stored in the right place. I've had dolls with mouse poop on it before. I bought them knowing it, and I got them for dirt cheap. And right away, the first thing I do is outside they go and I unstuff them, wash the body. That's what you do with them right away. Don't get rid of the body. The body can be cleaned. It's just poop, you know. But just soak it and many pails of water. That's what I did. And I got all their bodies. No poop on them no more. They smell pretty, you know. But anyways, there's the foot. I think that looks really nice. And yeah, that looks really good. And yeah, so we'll see about this here. I don't know. I really would love to. I got some of this milliput left over. I would really like to take some of it. And just, I don't know, the toe doesn't look too bad, but man, I would like to just go right here. Make a little nail bed right there. I got see, even that piece has to be cut in half. That's way too big for that nail bed. Where did it go? There we go. Lost it. There we are. And we need just to make a little nail bed. Oh, come on. You can do it. And where's my little doohickey here? Yeah, just a nice little nail bed right there. Oh, that looks so much better. I'm going to do that to this one too. Just gives it a, it looks like all the rest now. Yeah, I'm glad I'm doing this. Just give that a little bit of a, that didn't work. It's too thick. There we go. Make sure I get that split in there. Okay, now we put a little nail bed in this one too. Oh, that looks nice. Okay, I'm glad I did that now. That looks really nice. We're going to let that dry. That looks really nice. Now, they all look kind of like, you know, very much the same. And that's what you want, you know, and just keep them like, just, oh, that looks so much better. Yes, I like that. I like how it turned out. Well, I got this milliput left, so maybe I'll fill up some. Now, this toe here, just kind of, yeah, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. There we go. We'll just fix that toe up a little bit here. There we go. Some of that toe, that top of the toe was missing. Wow, that really improved the toe big time. I'm really happy with how well that toe, all the toes look like now. They look really spectacular, you know, and that's what it needed. It just needed to be, trying to get that to blend a little bit. There we go. You want that line in there. Less you have to sand.